What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a little bit of a different thing that we're going to do today. I'm actually going to ceramic coat one of my friend's cars. For those of you that don't know, well, none of you know, I used to own a detail shop back in the day, so this is something that I'm super familiar with. It's a fun little side hobby of mine still, but I'll show you guys. So today it's working on a 2026 GMC Hummer EV. These things are pretty cool. I like the road presence of them, and they look really nice. So we're gonna be doing this today. It's gonna be super fun. There's no polishing required because it's a brand new car. It has no swirls or scratches on it whatsoever. So just a little prep, wipe it on, wipe it off. The only thing I do have to fix is there's some scratching right here on the bedside. So nothing crazy. It pretty much comes from here all the way to here. Oh, actually a little here. I'll show you guys the process of it. It's super simple, nothing crazy. Oh, there's a little bit right here too, actually. So I'll get that taken care of, and other than that, that's pretty much it. We'll get this thing back on the road. Hopefully it'll take me a couple hours. Famous last words. All right, first things first, you're gonna need a little 1500 grit. I like to use the 1500 grit wet for just minor scratches like that. They sell them in packs like this. It's like a stack of them, super cheap at the store, great investment. And then these are expensive, but they're well worth the price because they're just such a quality product. So a little 1500 and a little 3000 is all we're gonna use today to get rid of that scratch over there. Just a little sanding block action. So I'll show you guys here momentarily. All right, when you get started, you're gonna need some water. You need to soak the pieces of paper into the water for a little bit. The paper will kind of curl up on itself, and that's how you'll know it's ready to use. But you can use it either or. But again, it just lasts a little longer when you just soak it in water. And then this is just a little sanding block that I got. You can already see the paper start to curl up on itself. That's how you know it's pretty good to use. All right, let's go down here. Okay. All right, so all this stuff right here is surface. You could tell because if you can stick your nail in it, it's probably deep in the clear, which we got some clear to work with. If you know these GM products, they've got some pretty deep clear coats. So the only thing that I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out is right here. This scratch right here looks a little deep, but I can feel that it's got some clear coat to play with. So we'll get started right fast. Roll up our sleeves and get to it. All right, let's see here. I'm just gonna take some of this 1500 grit and just kind of cut it in half. You can just kind of fold it and then tear it right in half. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that way it's easier to work with. And just kind of put it on this little sanding block. The sanding block is really important, so you put even pressure on the area that you're working on, and you just kind of go in back and forth motions. I like to go crosshatch just so I don't make a groove or noticeable kind of canal or a canoe in the clear coat. Let me grab a rag real fast so I can see our progress. All right, now that you got your rag, let's get this wipe off this area. So one way to check your progress is just to throw some water on there and see what's still visible and what's not. Since I've been doing this for a little while, I can kind of see most of the scratching is already gone. You can kind of see some of the deeper marks that are still kind of white, but that'll come out with our 3000 grit. So that's really all it takes to remove some scratches like that. It's really easy. You're not gonna spend a bunch of time on that scratch. You just need to take a little bit of that material off and just move on. So I'll just keep on doing this. You guys could just come along with me on the ride. You can kind of feel the resistance change when you need to add some more water too. It'll start to slip or not have as much bite, and then eventually you'll just have to swap out the area that you're using, like kind of turn the block around or something. But again, when you use it wet like this, the sandpaper lasts quite a while without having to do that. So again, you want to keep in mind not to go back and forth as much as possible. Do not go in circles. Kind of go up. It's like an X, like you're drawing a letter X, like up like this, up like this. That's kind of what you want to do to make sure that this is nice and even. Wipe off our deal here. And again, you want to check your progress, because that way you'll know what areas you still need to go back and address. I've seen people make a mistake of doing little circles and they don't have a sanding block, and they just use their finger to kind of dig into the clear coat, and it looks terrible. Like, it literally looks like somebody took their finger and just drew circles in the paint. So again, I just want to emphasize, do not use your finger with this. Make sure you have some sort of block or a paint stick or something, so that you can make sure that the sanding pressure is even all the way through. Right. Oh, that one scratch that was here, I thought was a little deeper. It came out pretty nice actually. So looks like I still need to hit this area here, maybe a little bit here, a little bit there. There's a couple focus areas here. Still need to hit. Let me do this little scratch down here. Alright, that should come out when we polish it. Alright, so again, I want to make sure you guys see what I'm seeing here. These areas still need a little more sanding. And this isn't a race, guys. Just take your time, do it slow, really pay attention to what you're doing. Wipe it off every now and then, because you can always take a little bit away. You see, that's a lot better right there. You can always take a little bit of material away at a time. You can never add material back. So just shave away a little bit at a time, whatever you need. Once you see the defect disappear, then you're done sanding. And this is not something that's a super simple concept to explain. It's just something that you gotta go out and do on your own and get some experience. You're gonna mess up. You might burn through some panels, but again, just as long as you keep in mind, you can always shave away a little bit at a time. You can never add material back. Just take your time. It's not a race. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll make a very costly mistake. All right, that looks good, almost done. And with 1500 grit, guys, you're not really hurting the paint. Like, it's very fine. It almost feels like printer paper. it's a very fine abrasive. So again, don't be afraid to go out and try it on a junkyard panel or something, see how far you get. And also another piece of advice, don't try to chase these defects out 100% because you will end up going through the clear coat. Just go for an improvement. When you polish this out, you won't even see these little tiny little leftover scratches. I'll show you guys here momentarily what I'm talking about. Let's get this back section right here. See here. Yeah, that came out pretty easily. That section wasn't that bad. So again, I know this looks a little scary right now, but I promise you we're in good hands. Not like Allstate. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say their name. Oh well. My channel's small enough, I highly doubt anybody cares. So after you're done with that, you're gonna get the 3000 grit, and you're gonna want to go a little bit wider than the area that you just sanded, just to blend it out. So just kind of do the same thing here. This one's a little more forgiving. You don't necessarily have to do the X pattern on this one. You just need to, this one's really just blending out our scratches and just making the scratches finer so that we can go back with a machine polish and take this paint back to a nice shine. This sanding disc is like a sponge. Like, it just feels like a sponge. It's really not abrasive at all. Most of the time you can get scratches out with just 3000 grit, but I can tell just based on my experience that those scratches were a little deeper and needed a little more love. Sorry, this video is a little shaky. I apologize. It's just this neck mount I'm trying out. Wind's picking up here. Hopefully I get done before this catches up to us. Not that it matters really. Wind's not gonna hurt anybody. When you know you're done, there should be a nice even haze over the section that you sanded. It should look almost shiny again. It should have like almost like a satin sheen to it. All right. So here, I don't know if you guys can see this. You can still see like the edge of our sanding mark here from the 1500 grit. This is what we need to remove, and we need to blend out still, because otherwise you're going to have trouble polishing that, and it's not going to be a fun time. Over here though, you see how kind of the edges have softened out, and there's not really this hard like outline. It's kind of just like this faded, nice section of sanded scratch. That's what you're going for. So I need a little more work right here specifically. So let's put a town right here. All right, let's see where we're at. Perfect. See how that softened out nicely? That's what you want right there. If you don't, you're gonna have a really hard time polishing. There's a little hard edge right here actually. Have a really hard time polishing it out, and it's not gonna be fun. Alrighty, perfect. Let's go to the next step. We're ready for some polish action. Alright, so I've got one of these little handheld polishers. I got this at Harbor Freight during like a Black Friday sale. Super handy. And this is the machine polish that you want right here. Don't cheap out on your machine polish. This is expensive, but it's worth it because it's the best performing polish out for this kind of stuff. There are tons of other products, but again, 3M is just top tier in my opinion. I've used them all and they're all good. They all do the same thing, but this is just, if you want to finish fast and have an easy to use product, this is what you need right here. Right, let's go through and start polishing. I'll just kind of show you guys here how I do this. I just go through a couple steps, spread it out a little bit. And again, you're not going for like killer speed on this. You just want a even, consistent speed. You're not going to set on kill mode. And you want to alternate. You want to go up, down, like a hashtag or crosshatch, however you want to say it. Up, down, left, right. This will create some swirls, but don't worry, we're going to go back over it with a polishing pad. Once you see this polish turn clear, then you know the polish has done its job and you're ready to wipe it off and go to the next step. See, we're not going super crazy, just keeping it real nice and flat and consistent with the speed. See the polish turn clear. So now we're ready to wipe it off and go to the next step. Let's check our work always first. Make sure you got all the sanding marks off. So that looks a lot better already. Looks like our sanding marks are completely gone. So we're ready to move on to the next step. Let's go continue going with this scratch here. Just do a small section at a time, guys. You don't need to put a whole big old line of compound. Just do a small section at a time, and again, just focus on making sure the job is done right versus done fast. you're gonna notice a hologram. That's normal. You want that. You want to see that. That means that you've done your compounding step effectively. Where I see people make mistakes is that they just try to wax over a finish like that or put an oily polish on top of that, and then when you go to wash it, you'll see that you didn't actually correct your swirls. So I'll show you guys how to do that and make sure it's good. Keep on going. Right. Make sure you keep your work area clean. I think I said that already, but this is super important, not just with Pride, but you also got to make sure that none of this trash gets back into the section that you just polished. Otherwise, you're just working against yourself. Almost there, team. Or chat, whatever the kids say nowadays. Almost there, chat. Perfect. All right. That's good. Let's keep going. Stretch. Alrighty. So we got Perfect. Looks like the scratches that we're working on were completely gone. Can't even see them anymore. I did see a little more up here that I didn't catch, but we'll take care of that. Just a little section. I'm just gonna go through the same steps and then I'll be right back with you guys. All right, we're back and we got the top taken care of as well. So everything's just in the single or the first stage, which was just the compounding stage. Now we're just gonna go back and polish it up right quick. I like to use this Sonax Perfect Finish. Gives a really nice even finish. And then afterwards we're just gonna go back and wipe this off with a alcohol and soap wipe. So you can see there's no fillers or oils or anything. It's true correction of the paint. And then we'll start ceramic coating. What time is it right now? 12 o'clock. I need to be done by 1 to 1:30. So let's see if we can accomplish this. So we take our polish here, give it a few little squirts. Oh, too much. Oopsie. We're just gonna spread it out a little bit. This stuff a little bit goes a long way, so that was probably enough polish to do this whole section, honestly. And this, you want to do the same thing. Make sure you have even consistent pressure and just an even medium to low speed. Once you see the polish turn clear once again, you're done polishing. Alrighty, just wipe off this section here. Get our microfiber. And as you can see, we got a nice mirror finish. No more holograms. Actually, there's still a little bit here at the top, so I need to go over that. Try this better. Alright, now no more holograms. Looking real good. Just gonna finish off this section and bring you guys back with me momentarily. Technical difficulties. My little polisher ran out of juice, so we're just gonna go ahead and prep the car while we wait. So I really like this brand, this Geon brand. It's just prep. Again, it's just basically essentially alcohol and soapy water just to remove any oil residues or anything like that before we lay down our ceramic coating. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this, first of all, I'm going to open it. Give this towel a couple spritzes and just generally spritz it around. All we're doing is just wiping it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just wipe off the panel. Clean it up. Pretty self-explanatory there. And it's a little windy, so don't be too worried about getting every single little particle. We'll be all right. hood is massive. Whoa. Oh, check this out. I just caught this. I don't know how well this shows up on camera. Let me try to get it. There's buffer trails. So remember that first strip that we did? Looks like somebody polished this front section here and didn't do it right. You'll see that a lot on factory finishes. It's the wildest thing ever. You think that when you buy a brand new car, it's perfect. It is not. So best to bring it to your detailer, even if it's brand new, and let them take care of it for you, because you want to protect your investment for as long as possible, right? This is cleaned up. Okay. Almost there. Got a couple more doors and then the bedside, and we're home free. Chat. Alright, and right here we're still working. Let's do the back bumper. That's cool. The tail light says Hummer EV. cool. Let's see how we're doing on battery over here. All right, hopefully it's enough to get us through the day. Should be. See where we're at. Sorry if I'm mouth breathing over here. I'm fat. I can't help it. Boom. Perfect. Let's just go do that one little spot in the front real quick that I caught that somebody else did, and we will be all set. Just need a little bit. Perfect. All right. So right here. Perfect. So I'm gonna wipe it off right quick. Let's do my spray. I'll be all set. All right, let's get this panel here. Worked so hard all day on. Looks good, chat. Let's get started on coating it. Okay, so today we're going to be using the graphene ceramic spray coating. It should be good for up to 2 years with some good maintenance. All you need is just this, a spray head, an applicator pad, and a towel. It's one of the most user-friendly products on the market. Super easy DIY. You want to keep that cap because you're going to need it. And literally just put a sprayer in there. Okay. Looks like I'll need to cut it actually down to size because this doesn't fit unless I can curl it. Nope. All right. Be right back. All right, we're back. I just cut the tail off. Anyway, so applying it is literally just as easy as spray some on the applicator, about whatever amount of sprays that was, 5 or 6, and just go apply it on a cross hatching pattern here. Just gonna go in this section here. You'll see it start to like rainbow up, and once it rainbows up and the rainbow goes away, you're ready to wipe it off. I kind of see it start to sweat, air quotes, a little bit. So I don't know if you how well you can see that rainbow there. So you see that section, how it's rainbowing. It takes about, well, it depends on what region you're in, but it takes about a minute to flash off. And then you literally just wipe it off with a microfiber towel. It can't get any easier than that. It's super simple, guys. Super simple to protect your investment against the harsh elements. I strongly recommend ceramic coatings. I'm a huge fan of them. It makes maintaining your car so much easier. It just looks like you spent hours detailing it when you really just rinse it off. You do have to wash them every now and then and top it up with like a ceramic like topper detail spray, but really it's super easy to maintain. It's the best time to do it when your car is brand new, when your car has had some use and abuse. It just takes a while to bring back that original luster to go over the top of it with. So I recommend this to anybody. Like I said, it's super DIY friendly. We just did the bedside in literally seconds. So we're just going to keep on going. I recommend, doing it a panel at a time. Like do the bedside, then do a door, and another door, and so on and so forth. That way you're not like having to stress out about having to chase your tail. But yeah, guys, this is literally so easy. And then when it's done, it looks like it almost glows. It's the craziest thing. It's so cool. And you can use this product on your windows, on your glass, on your trim. And I promise it. I mean, my channel's not big enough to sponsor anyway, so you guys know that. But anyway, I just like it. It's super user friendly. Like I said, anybody can do this. Literally anybody. Your grandma, your mom. As long as you know how to wipe on and wipe off, or like the old Karate Kid movie, wax on, wax off, you're set. Set this down right here while I wipe this. Just fold your towel in fours. I recommend getting a brand new towel. Like the plushier, the better. This is just an edgeless one. It came with the kit at Adams Polishes. So again, highly recommended. They give you everything you need. All right. And then we just wipe it off. And over the next couple of hours, or the next, overnight, you'll see the product to like cure, and your car will just look even better over time. Like if you let it sit overnight, it'll just look so much better. And it's so smooth, guys. I wish you guys could kind of feel what I'm feeling there. Maybe one day technology will evolve that far, but it's like glass. It's a glass. It just makes that surface tension drop way down, and nothing sticks to this. And just go back with the flip side and just buff off any excess residue. And Adams Polishes gives you 2 towels like this with a kit, so don't be afraid to use what you got. You will need to throw these away, so don't feel guilty. Like I said, they come with the kit. Look at that, guys. I mean, oh my gosh, it's like that pan was just dripping. That's amazing. All right, let's keep going. So I'll swap out here, leave my towel here, get my spray. Keep going. Okay, what time are we at? 12:28. So got about an hour from my anticipated delivery time, and we're making great time. And a lot of this is because this car is brand new. So again, this usually on a car takes like depending on how bad the car is, it takes like a full weekend, honestly. And that's like working on it from morning to night. So it's a lot of effort to bring these cars back once they have some road use, and you need to bring back the swirl free finish. Put it on this lower area here. I'll go up here, light to the top as well. Don't think you guys can see what I'm doing, but all right, that looks kind of cool when it is flashing off. Honestly, I think I got enough time to just do the rest of the panel here, or the front panel and the front door and the fender. So I'm just gonna do that while it flashes off. Whoa. Great. That took us no time at all. We're essentially done with one whole side of the car already. So, like I said, as long as your car is brand new, or you spend time polishing it, the actual ceramic coating part is really fast. It's really the prep process that takes the longest. And I mean, look at this, guys. I haven't even used like even 25% of this bottle. So tons of value for the price. All right, chat. Look at that. Got one whole side done. The last time we checked, it was 12:30, I think. It's 12:35 now, so 5 minutes, bro. Come on. Can't beat it. All right. Take this off. I'm sure my friend doesn't want to brand them forever. All right, that looks a lot better without the dealer branding on there. Just wipe this off. And as I'm working here, I'm starting to notice that it takes a little bit longer to flash off on this side because it's colder on this side, just because this side's not in the sun like the other side of the car was. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this whole side and let it flash off. And then the only thing I'll have left to do is just the hood and the front bumper. And I can give this guy a call and he can come get his car and move on with life. Going to get some hot pot today with my family. So I've never had that before. Pretty excited. This side right here, start wiping it off. Ready. Man, this finish looks amazing, guys. I know I said that already, but man, I'm so impressed with how easy this product is to use. I can't recommend it enough to all the DIYers out there, even the professionals. Man, like, this just looks amazing. Look at that. It's just straight glass. I promise I'll invest in some microphones too, because I really hope this footage isn't so windy, but I promise I'll get some microphones for my next investment. Man, look at that. So nice. Cool. All I got left to do is just the hood and the rear bumper. Let me just knock this out right quick. I'm gonna need a step ladder for that. Actually, no, I can step on the wheel. Anyway, let me do that off camera so I can just get it done, guys. All right, we are all done with the project for today, guys. Got the whole thing ceramic coated, all the windows clean with the good old spray way. But look at this thing, guys. Wow. Super duper nice. I really love how the finish came out on this thing. Look at that. See if I can get a good angle for you guys. Just dripping in the sunlight. Look at that. Super impressed. Whew. Look at that glimmer. So that's gonna be a wrap for today's video, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed a little ceramic coating action. But yeah, we get the old thumbnail here.